Imagine a planet where every plant explodes, every animal tries to devour you, and the air is filled with poison. Now add a young predator whose own father wants him dead, and a monster with instant regeneration. This is Predator, Badlands, a story about how an outcast becomes a leader on a planet of death. The story begins on Yautja Prime, the home planet of the legendary space hunters. Young warrior Thwei is nothing like his brethren. He's small, scrawny, despised for his weakness. During a training duel with his older brother Kator, he receives a brutal lesson. Kator throws him off a cliff, but the stubborn Thwei climbs back up. He refuses to surrender, even when everyone's against him. To pass the initiation rite and earn the iconic Predator cloak, Thwei must bring back a trophy from a solo hunt, and he chooses the most insane target, a Kaliska from the planet Jenna, a monster even their father fears. Thwei's father is furious at such audacity. He orders Kator to kill his younger brother right here and now, but Kator refuses. He cuts Thwei's bindings and throws him into a ship, locking him inside. The enraged father attacks his eldest son. In a brutal fight, he severs Kator's arm. Dying, Kator uses his last breath to activate the ship, sending his little brother to Genna. As Thwei loses consciousness from the impact, he sees through the window his father decapitating his brother. The ship crashes, entering Jenna's atmosphere. The viewport shatters, and Thwei ejects in an escape pod straight into dense jungle. This planet lives up to its deadly reputation. Everything here wants you dead. First, living vines attack him. They grab him from all sides, stealing his weapons and gear. Thwei tries to fight back, but the enemy is everywhere. He makes a tactical retreat, climbing a cliff where the tentacles can't reach. There's no rest. While treating his wound, he picks up a slug from a leaf. It immediately begins to swell. Thwei barely throws it away before the slug explodes like a grenade. It gets worse. He enters a field covered with plants, sporting massive heads bristling with needles. At the slightest approach, they explode in swarms of poisoned spines. Thwei creeps between them, but a stone drops from above, thrown by a flying scavenger lizard with a nearby nest. A chain reaction of explosions begins. Thwei tries to run, but a needle hits his back. The venom takes effect. With his last strength, he throws a blade at the scavenger. In the lizard's nest is a bound woman named Tia. She frees herself, kills the creature, and saves Thwei using local plant antidote. Tia turns out to be a Wayland Yutani android. More precisely, half an android. She lost everything below the waist during a Kaliska attack. She's the only survivor who ever encountered this monster. Tia offers a deal. She'll show Thwei the Kaliska's lair if he takes her along. Her legs are still there. By Yautja code, hunters work alone, so Thwei declares the woman a tool, not a partner. He drags her along, not hesitating to throw her up when they need to cross obstacles. The path is full of dangers. Small lizards spit acid. Blade grass with razor-sharp leaves cuts anyone who touches it. Armored rhinos the size of tanks trample everything in their path. Giant three-legged octopi with lasso tongues snatch prey from trees. A tiny creature joins the odd pair. One Tia later names Storm. This armored bull fears nothing, rolling through the deadly grass and breaking it. The creature saves Thwei's life when he falls into a massive predator's jaws. Storm jumps into the monster's mouth and shatters all its teeth with its tough hide. Thwei kills an octopus, taking its innards as a trophy. Storm spits on the hunter, how these animals mark their pack members. Thwei wants no pack. In the morning, he abandons the sleeping ball and leaves with Tia. Near a waterfall, Thwei finds an enormous fang. Tia refuses to say who it belonged to until Thwei threatens to leave her. The android shows remarkable perception. She knows Thwei's father killed his brother. She tells him about earth wolves, how alpha males build packs, hinting that Thwei could do the same. They reach a massacre site where Kaliska destroyed an entire group. Among the pile of torn androids, Tia finds her legs and repairs herself in a mobile workshop. Then she sends a signal to base and confesses her betrayal to Thwei. The corporation needs the Kaliska alive. They won't let him kill the monster. Enraged, Thwei triggers an explosion, drawing the creature's attention. Kaliska answers the call. Thwei easily slashes its belly and severs its tail. But the monster has incredible regeneration. Wounds heal faster than they're inflicted. Even a severed head instantly reattaches. In the heat of battle, Tessa appears, Tia's android twin. She freezes both Thwei and Kaliska with cryo grenades. On the way to Wayland Yutani base, she tortures the Predator to extract Yautja weapon secrets. Tia begs her sister to spare her friend, but Tessa refuses. She dislikes sentimentality. When Tessa leaves, Tia tricks a guard into activating a deadly Yautja device and helps Thwei escape. Thwei prepares for the final battle. He assembles makeshift weapons from local nature, blade grass leaves as knives, pods with exploding slugs as grenades. He even tames acid-spitting lizards by feeding them. At the final confrontation site, the hunter meets Storm, and it hits him. The ball is Kaliska's offspring, searching for its mother. Storm joins Thwei. Thwei activates a beacon on Tia's abandoned legs so they'll return to their owner automatically. At the base, Tia is held in an isolated box. Suddenly, a guard receives a hole through his chest from an acid spit. Thwei uses his tamed lizard to attack. The Yautja, Tia, and Storm unleash carnage on the corporate guards. Even Tia's legs actively participate, kicking enemies. Thwei lures a new squad into a trap in a corridor of containers mined with explosive slugs. One lizard spit, and the entire squad explodes. Tessa appears in a power loader exoskeleton. This is the final boss. Thwei fires the trophy shoulder cannon, but the lizard intercepts the shot, roasting alive. Kaliska enters the fight. The monster jumps on the exoskeleton and gets impaled by a circular saw. Tessa tries to freeze the creature with a cryo grenade, but Thwei's counter-throw knocks the projectile straight into the machine's manipulator. The exo-arm freezes. Kaliska breaks it, tears the robot apart, and swallows Tessa whole. After victory, all four meet at the destroyed base. Kaliska greets Thwei as a fellow hunter, but suddenly freezes and explodes from within into pieces. The swallowed Tessa activated a cryo grenade in the monster's stomach. Dying, she aims her shoulder cannon at her sister, but Thwei impales her with a spear. Thwei returns to Yautja Prime with an android skull as his trophy. It's the perfect prey for a hunter. Androids are nearly invisible to Yautja infrared vision. His father orders 2 guards to kill the disgraceful weakling. Thwei kills both in fair combat. The father charges into battle himself. Thwei activates the ship's engine, raising a cloud of dust. In it, only the silhouettes of 2 cloaked fighters are visible. In honest combat, the son severs his father's arm and activates a trap. He takes the elder's mask. Filled with respect, the father offers his son a place in the clan. But Thwei replies that he now has his own clan. On his command, the grown Storm bites off the old Yautja's head. Tia and Storm see a ship descending to the settlement. Thwei's mother has arrived. This is where the story ends. The outcast became a leader. The weak became strong. And he did it not alone, but with his pack.